less than a matter of time I spent on some in the back of the locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I chew. Like a sneeze, please for them getting green. Never let them get in between of what we started. But I'm lying hearted, they love me when I was stuck in their head. And when I departed, I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, regardless. Walking with foreign in my garages are foreign. Anything for $1, they tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did it with Mariah. Lil' I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, Philly flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hater, rest in peace. Hater, rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my niggas and what you talking about. Moving silent, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. Was on my grind, and now I got what I deserve. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I asked them all, y'all thought it was rented? Flexing on the
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Jaquez. It's Jaquez on the wing. Here's Mobo. 6 on the shot clock. Driving in.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Uncovered. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Alexander Walker with it. Guarded now by Jaquez. Christie. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The court awareness on full display. Jokic is such a unique big man.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Now here's Jokic. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Pass to Christie. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Christie's gotten a second bucket on the night.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
From deep, Giddey. Porzingis surveying the floor. Giddey's got space. Money from the wing.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Pass to Jokic. Alexander Walker with it. Back to Jokic. Back to Alexander Walker. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Wizards ball.
So it's Washington now. They trail by 1. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable, shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that three-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Lillard. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. And the dunk by Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there. Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Can't hit from in close.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Back to Jokic. With the runner. It's rebounded by Washington.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And that one's good. Green.
Timeout, timeout. This is where Green is most effective. He's got a great feel for scoring inside.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Suns trail by 4. Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Phoenix foul. That's all. First personal foul. First team foul.
No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
And it's Giddey missing. Outside Johnson. And he drives in. Oh!
That'll be a move to remember.
Wow. Yeah, great creativity in the air. And the foul on Jaden Ivey.
Second team.
That's his first foul. 1:57 left in the first quarter. Here's Porzingis. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
When he needs to get into that mid-range bag, Kristaps Porzingis feels super comfortable.
Jaquez grabs the board. Wizards leading by 4. Back to Green. Pass to Giddey. And here's Jaquez. Ivy defends. Outside Giddey. Over to the wing. From outside the arc. Hartenstein pulls it in. Here's Ivy. Kispert outside. .110 left now in the first quarter. And Hartenstein slams it in.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And so here's Phoenix. Following the bucket by the Wizards. Here's Ivy. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
And look at Ivy rising above, giving it his all on that slam.
Back to Giddey. Lets it go from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Porzingis grabs the board. The Wizards with a lead. Left side, Green. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the right side. Back to Jaquez. Off target from three-point range. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Jaquez. And he dunks it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
17.
Good. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Wizards.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think, obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance, and it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Down low. Here's Ivicic.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Kept alive. Wizards leading by 6. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan. And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Pass to De Silva. Now here's Johnson. He's covered by O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up. Ooh, it's stolen away. And a fast break now for the Wizards. From deep, Johnson. Here's Ivicic, covered by Johnson, to the middle. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Here's Johnson. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Johnson. Rebounded by Johnson.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Here's Lillard. Nope, that one misses. Now 3 for 5. Washington leading by 7. Out left to the wing. Here's Ivicic. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Pass to Jokic. Back to Alexander Walker. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
An elite passer at his position. Jokic just seems to have eyes in the back of his head sometimes.
That shot is good by O'Neal.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
To the wing, right side. Pass to Ivicic. Sinks that one from the post. And it's a 12-point Wizard lead.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Here's Christie. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Here's Christie. Middleton covering. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Alexander Walker. Hits the three-pointer. Alexander Walker's got 5 now.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Lillard flying in for the finish.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Washington. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Tipped away. Outside Vanderbilt. And the 3 off target.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Inside. Shot from the wing. The shot by Johnson, no good.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Here's Christie. 5 points in the game. "11 seconds left in the first half of this game. Shot clock at 5. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
2 on the clock. No good on the quick 3.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Here's Jokic. Mobo with the rebound. Wizards leading by 8. Right side Green. 4-3. Drains the triple. Green's got 8 points.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
Here's Jokic. He got a piece of it. To the inside. And here is Green. Give him 8 points now. Nice execution inside from Green.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Knocked loose. And stolen by Porzingis. Oh, swiped away. To the paint. Oh, what a slam from the big man Jokic.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame them.
Mobo gets the bucket.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Suns trail by 14. And Jaime Jaquez gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Kispert. This one for 3. That shot off.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And here's Green from the arc. And here's the fast break. Fires from deep. Kispert outside. Lets the 3 fly.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Washington shooting their first free throw of the game. Well, Doris, you covered him. Jordan Poole was electric in the 2022 NBA Finals.
Well, B.A., there's no doubt they do not win the title without Jordan Poole and the lift he gave them at various points in that finals run. This guy is electric on the offensive end when his game is working.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And it's Giddey missing. Suns trail by 13. Here's Ivy. That one drops for him. Ivy's got his second basket of the game.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Outside Giddey. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Jaquez. Shot clock at 6. And he goes in for the dunk.
A 6'8". That's excellent size, and Josh Giddey makes that dunk easy work.
Johnson. It's deflected. The three is up. And that one's good. Jaquez for 3. Jaquez has got 5 now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Down low. Outside for Green. Outside Giddey.
2 minutes remaining
From behind the arc. No good on the shot.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. He has 7.
What a quick trigger. Ivy has it, and now he doesn't. What a release.
From deep, Giddey. And it's Phoenix for the rebound.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Hartenstein a screen. Ivy with the ball. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Hartenstein, no good. Wizards leading by 11. Here's Green. Green takes it to the rack.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Washington making some changes. Out to the right wing. Lillard outside. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Lillard. Here's Christie. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Johnson with a bucket. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Out to the wing. Pass to Lillard. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Ivisic. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. It's the last leg of what's been a daunting road trip. 6 games in total. Walter, good.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Lillard outside. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Here's Ivisic. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. It's stolen by Johnson. Over Jokic. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for the Washington Wizards. 8 points in the quarter.
The Wizards, 64.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wizards leading by 19. To the middle. Here's Ivisic. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Johnson.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Right wing. Here's De Silva. Three-pointer off the mark. It's Middleton on the wing. Here's Johnson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
De Silva.
You know, if his shot isn't available, Middleton is moving the ball, and he's a pretty skilled passer.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Washington.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Here's Johnson. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wizards. One minute in now in the fourth quarter. It doesn't go for him. Johnson with the defensive effort. And it's Phoenix's ball. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Walter.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Here's Lillard. Fires the three. Rebounded by Ivisic.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Left side, Johnson. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
The kick out to Johnson. Five to shoot. Kicks it out to Middleton. Sends it home from three-point land. Middleton's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Lillard. From deep. Rebounded by Ivisic.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Lillard outside. Off target from outside.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
O'Neal misses. And now the Suns fast break. Jokic gets the bucket.
Yeah, great pass to Jokic when he's ready to fire, and then he's straight into his motion.
Johnson with it. And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Nice move. No problem from Porzingis as he finishes at the rim.
Kristaps Porzingis a tough cover. This guy knows he can make threes. Now you get inside the lane and look out.
To the inside. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Well, that's about confidence and composure on the interior. Josh Giddey does stand 6'8", makes that a little easier.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Jokic. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped thrive.
And it's hammered home by Green.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Wizards.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
Only a two-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
Back to Giddey. Launches a three, and that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Tries again, and it's Jokic laying it in.
And this is what makes Jokic an MVP caliber talent, his ability to dominate the defense.
Here's Giddey on the take. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Washington Wizards. Back to Green. Pass to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each